Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Susanna and this is the Mythologia Fennica Tarot channel where I'm going to be talking to you about these cards that I have created that are based on Finnish legends and myths and the Kalevala, the big book of Finland. So here is the first card and that is the beginning, and that is also the first poem of Kalevala. It's about a world being born from an egg. So here's Ilmarinen. I know that these names could be hard to pronounce, but Ilmarinen, and he is a heroic kind of a blacksmith who is the magician and a creator in Kalevala. There's lots of stories of him included in the Kalevala, but this is just a quick walkthrough, so I'm not going to go too deep on those this time. Here, the next card is Mother of Lemminkainen. So Lemminkainen is a guy in Kalevala, and this is the mother of Lemminkainen, and she is very healing. She's a healer. She actually saves her son from death. Or this Lemminkainen actually, he dies and the mother brings him back to life in Kalevala, and that's a story. You can see the honeybee there in the card. He is the this helper that helps this mother of Lemminkainen in this task, and she is the high priestess. And here is Louhi. Louhi is the matriarch of a dark village in the north called Pohjola. Well, all the diseases and the illness and everything bad is being said to be born in Pohjola, and Louhi is the mother of all evil. But also she has more positive sides, I think, and she has these beautiful daughters that everyone in Kalevala is trying to get as their wife. So she's very powerful. She runs like the business and money issues of Pohjola, and she's very wealthy and thinking, sorry, this is my cat. She might be shouting something in the background. The next card is Väinämöinen, and he is the main hero of Kalevala. He's like the first human, I'd say, is being born in the beginning of the Kalevala. His spirit his spirit is related with water. So he's there's so many stories of Väinämöinen. They are all included in the book, but let's just say that he is the main character, pretty much. Next card is the Shaman, and well, Finnish roots are very shamanistic, so we have these shaman drums, and especially in the north, in the Lapland, the magical Lapland, but also in Finland we have had these, and that's well, our nature and our beliefs before Christianity came in picture. They were very much related with the nature and the old shamanistic beliefs and thoughts. The next card is the Wedding of Pohjola. So this card is the big love card in Kalevala. They have this wedding. Well, I'm gonna have to try to explain you this quickly. Here, the Ilmarinen, as you remember, he gets married to this Pohjola neito, the maid of Pohjola, who is here. Here's the bride. So Louhi you remember this strong female figure here. She's the mother of this maid of Pohjola. And this card is about those two getting married. It's a big match there. The next card, I just get my deck very it's not in order anymore, sorry. I think next card should be the lamentation of the boat is the Chariot card. So here is the one trip is beginning, and these heroes of the Kalevala, Ilmarinen, Lemminkainen and Väinämöinen, are gonna make a trip to Pohjola to get this magical machine back. It's an epic story. It's a long story, and the whole story is in the book. So I'm just gonna say that the boat is now being ready, and they will go to an adventure. Here's the third guy that I was just talking to you, Lemminkainen, whose mother was there also, as you remember. So he's one of the heroes, and he's kind of a bold, very brave guy who doesn't really think before he acts, and he's representing the youth. He's this young spirit, you could say, but he has a whole growing story in Kalevala. So yeah, not only that he gets killed at one point, but other things too happen to him. And yes, well, the next card, Antero Vipunen. This Antero Vipunen is an old wise man who has been lying in a trance for like centuries, and he's becoming a part of the nature, and he is a giant. And Väinämöinen, the main hero, goes to this Antero Vipunen to seek for some words that he needs to build a boat. So this Väinämöinen here, he goes to this Antero Vipunen, and he drops into his mouth, and well, he gets the missing words, and magically he can build a boat. The next card is Sampo. This is a card that the Ilmarinen, who got married in the before, he creates this Sampo, the magical machine that creates a fortune. It's just giving money and salt, and it's just so yeah, I can't explain it very well, but you will learn all the stories in the book. Yes. And the next, Love Rivals. It's about those three heroes, Väinämöinen, Ilmarinen, Lemminkainen, that are all like asking the maid of Pohjola to be their wife. So this is the card of choices that she has to make, and they all want her, but she only can choose one. So now is the time to choose wisely. And this next card here is Dueling Singers. This is a young fellow called Joukahainen that challenges the old Väinämöinen into a dueling singer, a singing contest. Why is it? Well, they have this kind of a fight through singing, and Väinämöinen, of course, beats him eventually, and now he is in a swamp where Väinämöinen sings him into the swamp. So he's asking for help, and Väinämöinen, he already has everything, so he's not gonna be like taking what he has to offer, but then he offers his sister Aino. Aino is also in these cards in the Folk of Water, because she drowns herself. She don't want to be, oh sorry, you can't see that really. There is Aino. She drowns herself because she don't want to be married to this old Väinämöinen. And in the picture she is becoming a mermaid. This here is the Lass of Tuonela. Tuonela is a place where the dead people live in Finnish mythology. So this is the death card, of course. And there is a swan of Tuonela that's swimming in the Lass, or this river of Tuonela. And yes, it's a soul bird. There's a whole story about the soul bird in the book, and the girl there, she takes care of the souls that need to be taking their trip. Yes, this trip over the river of Tuonela. This card is the devil. That's a pretty obvious thing. This one is the great oak, and that is a card where this very big oak has been growing in Kalevala and is just a bit of a trouble because all the lights, the sun and the moon and the stars are beginning to go behind the leaves, and the tree is just too big and it needs to be put down. And then Väinämöinen asks this guy from the Folk of Water, this little guy there that comes from the water, he asks him to help, and yeah, he can do this impossible task, and he can break this great oak, and then the sun and the moon are gonna be able to shine again and the darkness goes away. Here is the North Star. It's very important star in Finnish mythology. It's also a gateway to the upper layers of the world. In shamanistic world, there is many layers of the sky. So this Pohjan tähti, the North Star, is the hole where the shamans and the souls get through to this another I don't know if dimensions is the right word in here, but these other realities, other levels. And this card is the Gates of Pohjola. The Pohjola was the village that Louhi ran, and it's a bit like a hell or something like that. So the moon card, it's the Gates of Pohjola. And this card, the sun, is the liberation of the sun, and it's based on Kalevala also. It's about Louhi taking the sky lights, and she gets them locked down and hides them from everyone. And then after these little adventures, or this the myth just tells that how they could eventually they get these lights to be free again. This is Feast of Päivälä. Well, Päivälä is actually, it could be the Feast of Pohjola as well. It's after the wedding. Well, this is kind of hard to explain, but maybe you can just read it from the book, because it's such a long story. We would be here tomorrow talking about this if I get through it. So let's just say that this cup is full of snakes, and that's offer that Louhi gives to Lemminkainen when Lemminkainen goes to this wedding party, because he wasn't invited. and he goes there anyway, and of course it becomes a fight. Eventually Lemminkainen kills his husband, the like the emperor of Pohjola. Yeah, so it's a challenging card. And the last one is the Tree of Life, and that's just the yeah, I'm sorry, it's a bit hard to explain these stories in English, but the Tree of Life is the universal life tree that grows in the center of the world, and it keeps the sky from falling on the ground. And in the very top layer of this Tree of Life, there is the North Star, and the North Star is the gateway to the upper layers of the world. And also this plant, or this Tree of Life, is rooted in the lower levels of the life. There is, or the world, I mean, there is a lots of levels in this world of old shamanistic beliefs. Okay, now I'm done, and thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.